Guys, this is Ultra Tiger 0425, and today I'm doing a top 5 trades for the 2016-2017 NBA season. Trades, I think it's probably been the biggest year for trades of all time. We've had some of the biggest, best prospects and all-stars moving to other teams. Some going from championship contestant teams that could go for a championship to teams that are going, probably most likely going to the NBA Finals. Some actually doing the opposite. But yeah, I'm gonna do my top 5. I want to say in no particular order, but I don't know. These are all pretty much big trades. All right, coming in at number 1. Kind of just start off with number 1. Is KD going to the Warriors? Obviously, that's the biggest trade. I think that's probably, if not the biggest trade of all time, top 3 biggest trades of all time by any player. I mean, you're going to a team with most people who don't like you, but some people do like you for your talents. Draymond Green, I believe, was the person who casted or wanted KD to be a part of the Warriors franchise. But now we got, a starting lineup, probably one of the biggest starting lineups of all time. Curry, Clay, KD, I want to say Draymond Green or Iguodala. That's the big 4. When you have a big 4 like that, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's crazy when you have one of the best 3-point shooters of all time with one of the best just overall shooters and scorers with 3 plus scoring titles with KD, plus one of the second or third best 3-point shooter in the league with Clay. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Curry is, he's not the best defensive player, but he can definitely get in some steals. KD is an amazing shot blocker. You can only hope the best for the Warriors. Because that's, again, probably one of the biggest trades of all time, in my personal opinion. Coming in at number 2 is Derrick Rose, the New York Knicks. Carmelo, he's a really good player. A really good player. I can't really say much about Carmelo with the whole Stephen Curry thing, LeBron James, KD. Carmelo's kind of drifted off from being one of the better players, or known as one of the best top 3 players. You know what I'm saying? At one point, it was all about pretty much LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, KD, Carmelo, and Tim Duncan, in my personal opinion. But now with the big 3 players in the league being KD, LeBron, and Curry, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And now with a younger player in Derrick Rose, now Carmelo has someone to play with. Because Derrick Rose is a point guard. We all know this. So when you play one of the best point guards in NBA history, besides Curry and guys like Magic, it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? He can pass, he can shoot, and shoot the 3. He can dunk. And he has so many other talents. And for a point guard, he's pretty good at blocking too. So you playing Derrick Rose and Carmelo. It's again a force to be reckoned with. That's pretty much all my thoughts on that trade. Coming in at number 3 is Dwayne Wade to the Chicago Bulls. Dwayne Wade said he was sick and tired with the Heat. Without LeBron and Bosh not being at that competitive, great level he once was when the Big 3 was established. Dwayne Wade is kind of just, you know what I'm saying? He's not even in his top form now. He can still dunk, but not at the level in which he could back in his prime. He's just getting out of his prime, in my personal opinion. He's sticking to doing more jump shots than layups and dunks and getting contact. Which with someone aging, getting out of their prime like Dwyane Wade, I think personally is a smart thing to do. Now with Dwyane Wade, though it's not one of the selections in this top 5, Rajon Rondo is also going to the Bulls. And though it's not a trade, Jimmy Butler is on the Bulls at the 3, at the small forward. So when you have a good combination at the 1, 2, and 3, the East right now is starting to stack up. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors is pretty much the only dominant team. Thunder's not really there. I mean, they got Westbrook. I mean, Westbrook is Westbrook. And without KD, he says he has a fire underneath him that's ready to burst whenever the time comes. So I can't wait to see what's from Westbrook. But really, the only predominant team really in the West, again, Lakers not as a big force without Kobe anymore. And same thing with the Thunder. So you really just got the Warriors in the West. But now in the East is stacking up nicely with the Knicks, with Carmelo and Rose. And then on the Bulls, you got Jimmy Butler, Dwyane Wade, and Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo's not, I'm not going to go off and say he's the top 10 point guards of all time, but he is a pretty good point guard. And Rajon Rondo could shoot. He has a really good basketball IQ. He knows the game really well. Now, and then, like I said, you had Jimmy Butler, who's a really athletic player. And at one point, before Dwyane Wade and Rajon Rondo came to the team, he said by himself he was ready. He was ready to get it done. In which, I mean, you have someone with the compassion and the sportsmanship that Jimmy Butler shows with Dwyane Wade, who's a veteran at the game, who could teach both Rajon Rondo and Jimmy Butler something before he eventually retires. Do I think Dwyane Wade will stay on the Bulls so he retires? Yes, I do, because it's his hometown. And I mean, if you're going to leave the Heat in Miami, which is a really destination spot for most players in the NBA, you got to be wanting to really go to another team, especially a ex-championship team like the Heat was. So yeah, coming in at number 4 and number 5 will be related because they go together. Now, I guess the number 4, I want to say Dwight Howard going to the ATL. The reason why I'm mentioning the number 4 and number 5 being Al Horford. But the reason why I speak of this 4 and 5, that is because I live in Georgia. I rep the ATL always. Now, these have a corresponding to them. Al Horford's leaving, all right? Al Horford, personally, one of my favorite top 5 centers of all time. Dwight Howard being in that top 5 as well. Next to Hakeem, Wilt, and Bill Russell. It's crazy. Dwight Howard going to ATL. From what I heard, I think Dwight is from the Atlanta area, which is amazing. We will definitely have hometown spirits going up. But with Dwight Howard coming and Al Horford leaving, I think the only way they could have really gotten Dwight was to let go of Al Horford to free up some cap space for, I guess, a more dominant player. Dwight is a consecutive time defensive player. He can block like a mess, like punch straight clampers. He can shoot. He really can drive in the lane and get dunks. Just like Al Horford. And I mean, he's not too bad of a player. Overall, he's a really good player. At one point, one of the top 10 players in the league, and was for a good while. I think he still is, my personal opinion. But now going on to number 5, Al Horford. Al Horford's going to the Celtics for $113 million contract for 4 years. That's a pretty big contract. He's definitely gonna get him some moolah. It sucks that Al Horford's leaving. So many people relied on Al Horford. Al Horford was our angel for so long. Sucks that he's leaving. Really does. Teague also left to the Pacers, and we have a lot of rookie players, rookie and freshmen and sophomore players on the ATL. So we have a pretty young team with a veteran player Dwight Howard. I don't know. Without Jeff Teague, without Josh Smith, all these guys leaving the team, but now we got Paul Millsap, and we still have Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver is an excellent three-point shooter. Paul Millsap's a really good power forward. So I think altogether, Atlanta has a chance to make the conference finals. So yeah, Al Horford going to the Celtics, a major trade for Atlanta, but pretty much the only way they could have got any cap space to get Dwight. Now, I'm kind of do a little quick setup for how I see the NBA top 4 teams of 2016-2017 season in the playoffs. On the Western side, of course, Warriors and Thunder. That's what I see. Again. And then I see on the East, the Cavs and the Knicks. I guess so. Maybe the Bulls, but definitely the Cavs. I think they can make the conference finals, at least. Especially LeBron James being a 6-time in a row NBA finalist. I think he's not going to let it go just after he wins one championship. I think he's going to go there consecutively until he wins another championship or wins another 2 or keeps on winning them until he retires. I think LeBron's a good 7 or 6 years at the most in him. He started out in the league at the age of 16. The man's only 29, 30 years old, but he's though he's still good. He's getting out of his prime. From what I'm hearing, he's doing more than better his health, which could lead to more success for the Cavs. And then the Warriors obviously go into the conference finals. I see no reason for them not to. Guys like Harrison Barnes, KD, Stephen Curry, Draymond, Iguodala, and Clay. That's holy crap. It really is. So I see no reason for them to at least make the conference finals. They can maybe lose the conference finals, but I see them at least going to the conference finals and being one of the top 4 teams in the NBA, at least for the 2016-2017 season. The way it's stacking up, the East could go either way. The West definitely predominantly going to be the Warriors and the Thunder, most likely. So yeah, this has been my top 5 trades and the way they can affect the 2016-2017 NBA season. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this. I'm Ultra Tiger 0425. Stay blessed, everyone. Peace, man.